Hi, everybody. I'm Ruechel. Welcome to this portion of the PCS Journal. We sit down and talk with Dr. Michael Grego, Superintendent of Pinellas County Schools. Congratulations on another award for the school.
Well, thank you. Good to see you, too.
You're going to need a whole house to put all these awards in.
That's the people that work in our school district that really work very hard.
I know.
Yeah.
This one is for the Energy Star, which is about saving energy, which is really working good in the studio this morning. It's a little warm. I had to say that.
Thank you.
It's pretty good, though. That's really an accomplishment, because when you think about the facilities that you have, and that it's the little changes that you make that end up saving an awful lot of money.
It really is. About four or 5 years ago, we went into a performance contract with Synergistics, which is a performance energy management company, and we have saved millions of dollars in our school district. But the real the goal there was to make each and every one of our buildings comfortable for teachers. A lot of times you go into classrooms and teachers have sweaters on, or they're too cold, they're too hot. So we wanted to level this, the temperature. We wanted to make each and every workspace comfortable. And at the same time, we were higher than the mean in the state in terms of the square footage cost for electric. And as our electric charges continue to go up, now we're right around the mean. So we've saved millions of dollars. We've turned those dollars back into the classroom. And we were recognized in Washington, D.C. from the EPA, the federal government, saying that our energy management system is certainly one of the best in the United States. We recognize with 6 other school districts throughout the United States. So we're real proud of that.
Now, how much of that is computer controlled versus manually having to turn things down or turn things up?
Today, almost all of it's computer controlled. Almost all of it.
But figuring out that balance.
Figure out the balance, figure out the dew point temperatures. We have energy specialists assigned. We have 6 working in our school district. We have them assigned to various parts of our school district. Each are assigned a school and are responsible for managing the comfort and temperature, both weekend, summer. You know, schools are funny places where we have large gymnasiums that, you know, on weekends they really don't need to be cooled to the same degree when we have 100, 200 students in it. So it is about managing appropriately. We do the same thing with our house, right? You don't leave and let's crank down the AC and make this place cold when we're not here. But rather, we do still need to keep the humidity under control and many other aspects of the conditions. So we're very pleased in terms of this. We have a lot more to go. It's not all about energy in terms of savings, but also the carbon footprint in our community, to be conscious of that and be good stewards of our tax dollars.
Well, yeah, and then you teach the kids that you are practicing what you preach, as they say.
Right.
So let's talk about another award. Palm Harbor University High School, the robotics club, they won the world competition.
It is.
Really?
It is a world competition. They were in Texas at the Minute Maid Baseball Stadium. It's a huge stadium. Over 40,000 people, spectators were there on and off throughout the competition. And this is the first ever for our district, but we are getting so involved with robotics, STEM activities. I know, Al, you covered Laura Spence's STEM STEM academies that we just had last weekend at the USF St. Pete. We had well over 1,000 parents and students come to the STEM Academy Showcase. And so these things grow from elementary to middle, and then you see some of these robotics contests that are taking place throughout the world. Very intense if you haven't seen them.
Now, the boom bots, are these the kind that kind of smash each other, or are these the ones that stack blocks, or what do they do?
They all have to, they're giving a problem. Sometimes they're smashing, sometimes they're stacking, but they're given a problem and students have to program those things to satisfy whatever that problem is. It's not always the same thing. It's the competition is really is well made and separates.
Do they program Roombas, the ones that go around and sweep your?
That I don't know.
Listen, my neighbor got one for his yard. Oh yeah, that's a $1,000 toy. All right, we've got graduation coming up. Didn't we just start doing this program? How can we have graduation so close?
We do, and it's a strange year because, you know, all of the testing, the FSA testing that's taking place right now is all moved to May. So we're heading into graduations and we're kind of winding things down, but we're really not. But you're right, graduations are 2 weeks away at Tropicana Field for the majority of them. We have a couple. Clearwater has it out at Spectrum Stadium. Thank you. And
it's not mine.
And we also have Dunedin, who hosts it at Ruth Eckerd Hall. But for the most part, thank you so much to the Tampa Bay Rays and to they're allowing us to use Tropicana Field when the Rays were on the road.
Which is yet another reason why the Rays can't leave.
That's right.
I mean, we have to have a place for graduations. Hey, I don't see this on this list, but I think it was U.S. News and World Report listed the top 100 high schools in the country. And I saw East Lake, Palm Harbor, St. Petersburg, and am I missing one?
Yes, there was one. There was one other, and
that's really great.
It's a great honor to have the number of high schools we have. We have 16. We added one last year, but with the Jacobson Technical High School. But to have 4 of them on the top 100 is really a great percentage.
Another program that we're celebrating is the Take Stock in Children. I mentioned last time that I was actually around when that program began, so it tells you how long I've been around. That has done such a good job of letting children know that if you work hard, you're going to be rewarded, which I think sometimes is a concept that's kind of lost on our kids.
And it's a program not only if you work hard you're going to be rewarded, but also if you work hard over time.
Yeah.
And as many of these students jump into the Take Stock and are identified in 6th grade, so this is not a senior type of event where we find seniors who have accomplished something at the last year and you say, okay, we're going to reward you. Rather, this is a growing, nurturing thing. We start in 6th grade and we say, drug-free, good grades, you're not getting in trouble, and you're going to be assigned a mentor, and we're going to nurture you all the way through 12th grade. At the end of that 12th grade year, you're going to have a scholarship then, to a prepaid scholarship to go to a major university or technical school in technical college in our district. So that's the wonderful growth that we see of our students. And we're seeing this cycle, as you mentioned, 25 years plus now, where some of our teachers
I was just going to say that.
Take Stock recipients years ago and now are mentoring our students. And the interesting thing, we have in this last graduation 3 valedictorians and 1 salutatorian. I don't remember a time where
were all Take Stock kids?
That were all Take Stock children.
My gosh.
So we have, and I know that Robert Hurley was pretty much covered as valedictorian of Boca Ciega High School, also at Take Stock. We have Shady Mina, who's from Palm Harbor University High School, is a valedictorian, and Sarah Grober from Northeast High School is a valedictorian, and Ayla Bilali from Largo High School is salutatorian. Typically these are high-performing students, but this is really a showcase when you have that many, 3 valedictorians and 1 salutatorian.
That's wonderful. Let's move on to some more awards that are being presented. Verrell Davis Award honoring St. Petersburg students for academic achievement. I see that it's Verrell, right?
Verrell Davis, yes.
Verrell, okay.
Verrell Davis and Carwise are both award ceremonies. Verrell Davis we reinstituted a few years ago, and it was in the southern part. Carwise is coming, or happened last weekend, and that is in the northern part of our county, and it's recognizing high-achieving African American students, their GPAs, where they're going. We start in elementary school, and we let each of the students see the successes that their peers are having. In addition to that, also on here, the Maria Edmonds we recently had in honor of Maria Edmonds. That was the 2nd annual award for our Hispanic scholars, and we had that at Ruth Eckerd Hall. And Al, it was a sold-out place. So about 2,000 students celebrating achievement. And what all of these awards are about, these programs are all about the same thing. Let's recognize and celebrate our student success, and let's grow success with the parents in partnership with the students, with the schools, with the school leaders, and so forth. So whether it's the Verrell Davis or the Carwise Awards or the Maria Edmonds Awards, we're recognizing high-achieving students and for their work.
Usually we start out with kind of a news item, and it totally slipped my mind. I don't know how it's possible because it's such a big deal. Is that the budget session is now over, and it looks like from the school district's perspective, you're going to get more money. Money is not going to be taken away to be shared with the charter schools, at least not this time around. I know you got to look at it after a couple weeks to digest, like what do they really do, but generally how are you feeling about it?
It's moving in the right direction. You know, we had $75 for the base student allocation. That's kind of what I term as the inflationary cost. $75 is what's added to it. I think the Senate originally had about $140, $150, so it was halved. in that. In addition to that, some of the categoricals were cut at the last minute. The safe school categorical, the Senate had a lot more money in it. For us in Pinellas, we would have received about $3 million of extra safe schools, which we're spending about $6 million in addition to what our current allocation is. When the budget was finalized, we're going to get about $700,000.
Now, is Safe School at all tied together with the Guardian program? Or
Yes.
So it
yes.
is.
That's the categorical that's paying for the school resource officers, the school security officers, and as dictated by the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas
Now,
Act.
Pinellas, you won't be doing the Guardian program per se, correct? Because we already have a program that's even better than that, if I can say that.
We're doing a kind of a hybrid of the Guardian program. We're hiring full-time school security officers. The
Police
sheriff.
officers.
No, these are guardians. These are people, individuals who are being trained by, but they are full-time at their
Yeah, but
their
trained.
tasks.
I guess that's what I was getting at.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And so the budget that came out was a little bit less than what the Senate had. We were anticipating a considerable more. So to answer your question, yes, cup half full, cup half empty. We've done worse in the past. I believe that we're moving in the right direction. The attention's being given. We looked at about $1 million additional dollars in mental health when the budget was all done. I think we have about $200,000. So it brought us back to, we were very optimistic, and it brought us back to some level of reality. So we'll make it work. We're very grateful that at least it is in additional funds at $75 for the base student allocation. Wish it was more, but you know what? Last year that was the was the one where it was 47 cents or something. So we will continue.
And the
to
commitment
work
from
with
the governor, who kind of took a lot of the steam out of a lot of people that were arguing against him by at least moving forward with education. And I heard both the Senate and the House leaders basically saying we're not done with education. Next session we'll come around and we'll visit this all again and hopefully get more money to get us back.
And I think that's the key. We have to work together. This is our
absolutely.
state. We're gonna make this state a great one.
And just one last thing, St. Pete High renovation project breaking ground in May. Beautiful St. Pete High, 1910. Is that right? When it was started, do I have that right? Close.
It's a historic school, and we're very excited about the project. Rowe Architects will be taking this on along with Creative Contracting, and we're looking forward to just a wonderful renovation of St. Petersburg High School, and the community deserves it. I'm excited about it, and let's look forward to great things from
Beautiful stained glass windows in that auditorium. If you've never been there, you ought to see it because it's cool. One of our children went to school there. All right, we're out of time, and we still had more pages to go. We'll have to hold that till next time, I guess.
Thank you.
Dr. Grego, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're back with our program right after this, so stay with us.